Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Good morning. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. The actual content of today's stream is going to be relatively chill. I'm going to be doing some drums and whatnot, but the new MPC Live update came out, which I'm really excited to play with. That's going to be super interesting and cool to look at. So yeah. Hey Annex, good morning. So I think what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to start with first, is I'm going to duplicate this. There was some stuff that I needed to fix. Hey Danny, how's it going? I'm trying to remember what I needed to fix on my... Fuck. What was I needing to do? There was something that I needed to do on here, and I can't remember what it was. I needed to save a template, and no, it's fine. Okay. All right, that's cool. Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Oh, that's what I needed to do. I needed to rework my base 2.0 template. That's what's going on. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Let me know how the scaling of this is for you, in case if you've got any questions, comments, or concerns about what's going on. But what was I going to do? I was going to change something. I don't remember. Fuck, it's early. Maybe I was going to change that. Nope. I don't remember. Whatever. All right, let's start clean. Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm going to be doing some bass stuff today. I'm going to be doing some drum stuff today. I don't think that I'm going to... I don't think I'm going to try to start a new tune. Although, who knows what's going to happen. But something that I've been coming back to as of late is looking at Cohen Sound's videos on Patreon and stuff, and just looking at how they get their basses so clean. And so something that I've been fucking around with is playing with how much gain goes into a distortion. And so I've been doing a lot of playing and stuff. And if you are a member, I recently posted some happenings or mishappenings in the rewards section there, so you can take a look at that. Aside from that, though, I would like to just continue to try to refine what it is that I'm doing, because I would like to be able to, how do you say? I would like to be able to start creating basses and stuff that are more usable from the get-go, so that way I can start working on MPC Live expansions and then sample packs that are actually like you don't have to touch. Generally speaking, I like to make stuff that like you are supposed to tweak, but I think that it's kind of important as well to make stuff maybe for beginners or for people that want to do what I want to do, which is export some of this stuff to an MPC Live and then just make beats from it or make sketches from it. So I figure if I can't use it right out of the gate, then I'm not going to expect anybody else to. So there's that. So yeah, let's play around and let's have some fun. And if anybody has any questions along the way, then please, by all means, feel free to reach out and let's have some chatty chats. And I hope that you all are doing amazing. So we're going to open this up with Curve. I'm not going to narrate every single thing that I do, but just trying to fill the room while people are kind of hopping in. But yeah, how are you guys? What's going on in your lives, and how is everybody? Are you guys happy and healthy and doing okay? I hope that's a yes for most of you. The conversation and the floor is open, please. Hey Chase, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. All right, so we got a wavetable. Living the dream. Hey Colin, how are you? Good to see you. Too. Thanks, dude. All right, let's go ahead and do some cool stuff to this. Healthy enough to donate blood today, hey? Oh shit. Does that mean that you're going to, or are you just saying that you're healthy enough in general? I probably should donate blood at some point. People need that stuff. Really going through some wild motions. Reality has truly been shifting. Not sure if I'm alone in feeling this. Can you describe what you mean? Chances are yes, but I'm not quite sure what what you mean by that, so. Let's go ahead and change that there. Maybe reduce this a bit to here and push that up a little bit more, see if we can get something more interesting. There we go. Oh, I did earlier? Dope, dude. Dude, thanks, man. I'm sure that that's gonna help somebody. On behalf of them, I thank you. I commend you for your good deeds. Alright, let's get some movement in here. Can you... I don't know if you can or not. Oh! Sick. You kinda can. Oh! This is something I need to mess with more. Let's do that now. Interesting. Notice me, senpai. Well, this is going to make this into something insane. Oh, that's going to be fucking crazy. Yep, I knew it. Big ups out in chat. Yo, what's up, Jerry? Last night I was going through loops of feeling deep, soothing epiphanies followed by deep, excruciating pains. Pains outside of my body, though, like the whole consciousness, lol. Okay, well, I say okay, not as in like, I'm not like I'm weirded out or anything, but I think that that's pretty normal. Sorry to get this deep. That's not, you're good, dude. That's not even, that's fine. That shit's called an existential crisis. Hey, Oogly. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to reintroduce a fundamental because that's what I be doing. You know what I'm saying? No, nope. I fucked up. So now what I'm going to do is reintroduce the fundamental. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go over here and we're also going to do that. So that way we should have a fundamental throughout the entire waveform. Sick. All right. So now we can add some distortion. I'm going to also add another filter to here. Maybe something kind of like that. And then I'm going to sweep this up and down, kind of like so. Move that back. Move it back up. Move it a little bit down. And then I'm going to do it again. Awesome. Ooh. I really need to get faceplant, but glory is eternal. It helps to remember the lows are temporary. Yeah, what Alk said, I go through that all the time. Sounds like that good gas. May your sub bass always be mono. Speaking of, okay, I think that I'm just going to use a regular envelope on here. And then what I'm going to also do is I'm going to create another fundamental here, but with a filter. just to reinforce the low end. Like, just a touch. What is that mid area that's okay to mix stereo? Anything above 100 hertz. Hey, chicken sandwich. Who you calling beautiful? You're beautiful. Who you calling beautiful? All right. So we're gonna right click this and go here and then go 24. I hope that I'm not boring the fuck out of you all today. I know that I'm relatively quiet and mild, but I assure you, things will be made. Spec from Baki 27. Bootyful? Wait, which one was Spec? The bald guy? Yeah, sometimes in Terra, for example, there's really wide bass shots and they add a ton of contrast. Gotta add it to my arsenal. Well, you can just like stereoify anything on the high end. The 95-year-old bald dude that was 7 foot tall. 95-year-old bald dude that was 7 foot. Yeah, the bald guy that shoots himself in the mouth. That crazy guy. Something like that. Yes, that crazy dude. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, let's take a look at here, and this is where the magic is going to happen. Is this big enough for you guys? Well, crabs, if I back it up, is it fast enough? And if I push up on it, is it hard enough? And if I throw it back, is it warm enough? The formula. I don't know if I want to use... No, I think I'm going to use an LFO wavetable for this. So my idea, every time I reach for that every time you reach for that multipass, I get excited. Oh, thanks, dude. That's really kind of you. Very kind. What I would like to do is the pen tool. So, what the fuck? No. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Stop creating curves. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. It is fine. It's fine for the wubs. Alright, so now what we're going to do is do another one here, and then we're going to switch over to this guy. And then we are just going to kind of fuck this up, I guess. And then we'll go here, and oh, that seems kind of cool. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm going to do something kind of wonky. How you doing today, man? Oh, I'm feeling kind of galonky. Have you guys seen that? Back home again. Frodo Baggins. Back home again in Indiana land. No, the whole thing. Whole thing, bro. Fuck. Alright, that's fine. Done. Now how does this look? Okay, sick. I'm sorry, I was delayed, Frodo. Frodo Baggins? Bro, that dude was higher than the Empire State. I know, that shit was so funny, though. Alright, so we're going to set this to here. And, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll activate the trigger. So what I'm wanting to do is lose my fucking mind, if you haven't noticed. Sound good? Great. All right, let's fucking do it. No, I'm just kidding. But fuck, I already fucked up. Maybe 1 by 32. 1 by 32. And then let's do one more. And then what I'm trying to think about is, like, I'm trying to solve so many fucking problems at once, and that's why I'm coming off as a lunatic, and I apologize. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Hey, hey, hey. All right, let's grab a random. And now what we're going to do is they're going to set this here. Noise. Now what we're going to do is we're going to activate this. So that way, unless if this is turned on, it is not going to do a fucking thing. Anyone going to Rampage Open Air next week in Belgium? Hey, DJ Hennessy, how are you? Well, no one is truly sane 100% of the time. Challenge accepted. I can be so sane. So sane. Bruh, you don't even know I could be so sane. You don't even know. Good day. Hello there. Donny Hearts? Donny Hearts, good day. How goes it? Alright. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. It's one of those days, I guess. I've got a busy fucking day today. Good lord. I gotta teach a class later for tricking. Or, sorry, for Jeet Kune Do, which is gonna be fun. I haven't taught a class in a long time. Usually, like, I'm there and I'm, like, helping my instructor out. But in this particular case, I'm gonna be doing the thing. So, there's that. But now that we have that, whenever we activate this, this will do random shit. And I think that I'm going to set the jitter on this up as well, because I just want it to fuck up. But I wanted to do it smoothly. Wow, I can't say that. But anywho, so we've got these guys, and this is great, because now when we get into this kind of shit, sorry this took so long, everybody. Like, this is why I sell my preset packs for so much fucking money, because this shit takes so long to design. But what we're going to do now is have some fun. We're going to make the things. I'm so sorry. It's so boring. But why is this moving so fast? Oh, that's why. Because the curves themselves are so many. Slow down, motherfucker. All at the same time? I've got a collection. I prefer labeled insane in this insane world. Okay. Royce Gracie, my favorite. What's the name of that trick when you do a bunch of backflips with the kick up? Usually like 2 or 3 in a row. Are you talking about a gainer switch? I have a black belt in sound design. I wouldn't say that. I just fucking spend way too many hours on this shit trying to constantly improve. I just want to make the best music that I can, you know? And that's really what it comes down to for me is I just want to make amazing tunes and like really push the envelope forward for different kinds of design and stuff. All right, this must be off. It is. I knew it. Gainer switch, yeah. And then if you twist it, it's called a cork. And then if you do it off one foot, it's called a cork swing. But that's not what I'm teaching today. I'm actually teaching combat application. Oh, hello. Let's do this. Good morning, Vietnam. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking lunatic today. Dude, you know tricking? Fuck yeah. I love that. True story. Here's a Snapu swipe from 2018. This was a demo thing that I was doing for my instructor, but here we go. That's me. Yoink. Boom. I haven't done that in a long time. I am working back towards it, but that's one of my instructor's other students that is doing other shit. So, yeah. Fucking Cork Snapu is the cheat gainers. I didn't do any cheat gainers. Those are corks. Or if it was like a 540 when you kick the guy and also manage to land on the kicking leg. Yeah, that's a 540. Have I ever tried a 1260? Yes, I have. It's on my Instagram. I have not done it. I can do a 1080 or a cheat 10, but I've never tried a cheat 12, but I've tried a backside 12. I was unsuccessful. Very, very unsuccessful. Used to be obsessed with all the 540. Did you do Taekwondo or something in the past? I can still jackknife. All these tricking names, right? They're so fucking cool. Yo, do you know Kier? That's amazing. I met Kier at White Lotus. Wait, did you know him personally? Yeah, dude, I used to train at this gym in California called White Lotus, and he was there one time. But yeah, you're talking about the B-boy and stuff. Hey, I was able to group a saturator with an effect rack that I can macro and the output in the same. Is there anything else I'm missing to make a louder mix? Well, that's kind of a loaded question. Possibly. You want to just try to remove all the dynamics that you have, in theory. No, I just binged his vids back then. He was going to come at this tricking expo one time, but the other guy showed up, the Finn. That was his name, or are you talking about the dude from Finland? Are you talking about Velu? I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting hella distracted from talking about tricks. I need a nonlinear filter. Yeah, Velu. Dude, I have a really fucking funny story about Velu and I, but I don't want to tell it on stream because it's kind of embarrassing. And I don't want to put his business out like that. But yeah, I met Velu in 2013 and 2015 at Loop Kicks. To be in the presence of greatness. I don't know if you, hey Shayat, I don't know if you know who Michael Guthrie is or not, but I auditioned for Circus Olay with him. And if anybody else, Michael Guthrie at one point was the best tricker in the world, and I fucking auditioned with him for for Circus Olay, and guess who got the job? Spoiler alert, it was not me. It was not me. But at the same time, he stayed with us for about 3 weeks because my roommate, I've told the story a bunch of times, but my roommate and I was trying to get into Cirque, and my roommate was already in Cirque, and I didn't compete against guys. Well, I guess I did for a job, but it wasn't a competition. That's not even fair to say. Yeah, it was not. It was nothing like a competition. But yeah, him and his girlfriend stayed with us, and I love them. They're great people. We played Monster Hunter together and Fortnite. It was a wonderful time. Yo, well, I just came back from the Circus of Life festival, and I don't know if you know who Phil Gibbs is or not, but him and I had a chat, about a 2-hour chat about teaching tricking and stuff. I had no idea that Phil was going to be in town, and so I met Phil like 10 years ago at Luke Kicks 2013 as well, and in 2013 I shattered my ankle, but Scott Skelton, somebody that Phil trained with, was the first person in the world to do a triple cork. And I know that all this shit like sounds crazy and stuff, but like the tricking community is so small. Everybody knows each other. Yeah, 2013. Well, I mean, I grew up in California too, so. Guy LeBeaut's story of starting Cirque du Soleil is pretty crazy. It was a couple of brothers, I believe, and then they split up, and now one of them runs Le Rêve, and the other one still runs Cirque. But they sold most of the San Jose event. That was Luke Kicks in San Jose. But Cirque actually sold most of their company to China. So it's way different now. Like, way different. He was homeless for like 12 years before it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's really inspiring, though. You've got a nice voice. Wow. Thank you. That's very nice of you. I mean, it's a nice, contrast to these fucking heathen sounds that I'm making. Dude, that's so cool, dude. You made my day. I'm really happy that I got to talk about tricks with somebody, so thank you for that. Yeah, if anybody didn't know, I'm primarily a tricker. I do flips and shit, and formerly from Cirque du Soleil. Not that I'm trying to use that as clout or anything, but it's just something that's a really big part of my life, and something that's still a big part of my life, and I love when I get the chance to talk about it. I realized that when I was listening to your How to Learn Sound Design while washing the dishes. Thank you. That's really funny. So something else new that I've been doing that's kind of interesting, or may or may not be interesting to you, is that on top of moving this stuff together, kind of like so. Recording to logbook. Yo, thank you so much for the follow, Maxim. I really appreciate it. What's it called? We need a fat trader now. So yeah, sorry. Something else that I've been doing that's been kind of interesting is pushing this one up and then pushing this one down. And the reason why is because if you recall, the reverb is right here on this middle band. And so whenever this cycles, it's going to catch some of the higher end stuff and push everything around. So be good. I got to jump on a call. Okay, dude, I'll most likely be here when you're done if you decide that you want to come back. If not, please have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you around. See you around on the other side. Okay, so now in order to complete this, we need our final form, which is this guy. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to map this to the speed here. And I'm going to map this to this one as well. We're going to call this random. And then this one is going to be LFO. So we'll just map it here. That way, if you want an LFO, you got that. If you want a random, you got that. Now, what I want to pull out of this is some high-end stuff, so then I would like to see if I can just make it a little bit more crunchy on the top end. And this is one of my favorite things to use for this. Maybe I can pull this below. Is there going to be videos like compressor and phaser 101? Would really love that. Yeah, so the way that I did this, or the way that I did that, hold on, let me move you guys to the other side for a second. So check this out. Oh, wrong one. I believe it's this one. So what I did, and what I'm going to do on all of these is that, and there's more effects that I'm going to cover, but with this here, every time I cover a video that is regarding effects, then I'm going to cross out what I've already done or what the video is on the new one. So that way you'll have a checklist about what to do next. And then for what dictates which one I'm going to do next, like let's say you said that you want to see the phaser or something, like let me know in the comments, and then whichever one is the most popular or whatever, then I'll do that. So that way everybody knows like what I've done. I have a playlist on it, and then everybody will know what I'm going to be covering next or have an idea. So we're kind of just going to do a process of elimination like that. So that way you won't have to be like, hey, do this next. You'll already know like what's already been done before. But I think that the organizational aspect of that is going to be pretty clean. Does that make sense, or does that just seem like really fucking confusing to everybody? As you said, learn the sound design, the effects. Exactly, and that's why I'm doing that, is to just be like, hey, here's a use case, or here are some use cases for these effects, so that way you can learn how to build a relationship between the two. The basics would be awesome to begin with. I know, they're all going to be done. All of those effects that I pulled up are going to be done. But what I'm saying is that you'll know which ones are done by the thumbnail, like which ones are crossed out. And then to figure out what you guys want to do next, leave it in the comment section of like the latest video or whatever. So something else that I'm going to play around with is maybe even doing some filtering to the high end and seeing if I can get some kind of interesting movement with this. Does that make sense though? Like what I'm aiming to do? Oh, great. Yeah, that's pretty even. That looks pretty good. Wow. did pretty good there. Nice. Good job, Ian. Good job. If any of you guys didn't know, my name is Ian. My name is Ian. I come for your soul. Hey, Blake. What's good? How do I want to do this? Yeah, but people should be better at researching. If you're worrying about them not finding the videos, they're going to be in a playlist. So it'll be fine. Dude, you know, I mean, I'm only telling you this not as an argument, but just as like a fact. People, you cannot expect anything from people. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but it's just truth. Like, you cannot expect anything from people just because you never know. You never know. Like, there's some stuff that I'm like, oh, dude, it's blatantly like right in front of your face, and you're like, I can't find it. And then I go look, and I'm like, oh, wow, I guess it is hard to find if you're not part of, like, if I'm looking at my account from a third person perspective. So with that, yeah, it's hard. You can't. You just can't. You just can't. You know, you just can't. True, if you set your expectations low, you can only be pleasantly surprised from there. Yeah, and the other thing too is, like, I think that when you simplify, things get easier for people. My plan is to go watch from your first to last video from tomorrow. I have seen a lot of them. Oh, dude, I've got like hundreds of videos, and while that's incredibly admirable, I would say, like, just look for what you need. And something that I would like to do personally, and I don't know how to do this, and if anybody has any suggestions, I would love to know, but I'm trying to figure out a way that I can either organize, aside from playlists, but organize or like kind of set stuff up, or like I would love to have something in the Discord that like somebody could be like, hey, has Alckemy made a video on this? And then it could just direct them to that video. And then if not, I could be like, no, it hasn't been made, but I'll keep that in mind for a future video. Because like, I thrive best on like community driven content, if that makes sense. And I would love to know like what people want to see, because it's hard coming up with ideas for content all the time. Because I mean, what you guys are seeing now is pretty much what my channel is based about, but what I do the most as well. I know this sounds like shit. Just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. I promise. It might not be okay. Your ears are unsafe. That should be fine. Well, it's not even, I wouldn't, no, that's a job, and I can't afford to hire somebody right now. Otherwise, I would have an editor and do all that shit myself. And I would love to hire an editor, but I want to pay them well. As well. No, I wasn't talking about money. No, I know, thank you. But what I'm saying is like, no, dude, it's too much work. I'm saying no. It's way too much fucking work. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can smooth that out a bit. And I'm saying yes. I mean, if it's not what I want, it's not what I want. Why are you fighting me over it? What am I going to do about it? Just not give you access to the channel? I mean, I think that the tides are turned The real question is, what are you going to do about it? Think about your positioning, sir. I know. It's banter. We're good. We good, baby. Hey, if you guys didn't know, we got a giveaway going on. Not trying to make money off you, but just saying if you want to win a Stencil Morph, then we're doing a membership drive for that. I don't have the goal turned on right now, and I can't be bothered to turn it back on, but yeah. Or was I? I don't know. You lost me. You lost the moment, sir. Sir, you lost the moment. Let it go. Let it go. No, that's not what I want to do. Something like that. Something like that. And then that's all kinds of fucked up. Okay, let's actually turn on some little tiny delays now. You'd like to see my character in an animation movie? I'd probably somebody that fucking hobbles everywhere and stumbles into things and is incredibly clumsy and the like. Yo, I'm gonna say something. Hot take. Are you guys ready? I'm really sorry, but I'm leaning against using convolution reverb a lot more and more from basses. I know, I'm sorry. I know it's blasphemy. I will tell you why if anybody wants to know. Love convolution reverb. It's great for drums and for pads. Hey, as much as you spell something out for someone, there will be those who won't figure it out. Right. And like that's kind of the thing. I agree with that 100%. Because it creates insanely harsh resonances when you do fucking absolute nuts stuff like what I'm doing now. And the problem with it is that I work in IT and make things easy as possible, and I still find a user who screws it up. You just had to turn it off and turn it on. How can that be so fucking hard? But what if the convolution is automated and the convolution material is EQ'd in itself? Well, I've done that. But even still, when you send it through all this crazy stuff here, like you have to be really careful with it. I think that you guys want to know something crazy? I think that my tinnitus is like in like 16 to 17K region. I think that I'm worried, but I might be deaf in that region. But I can hear all the way up to 20K, but I'm like, my hearing is immaculate. My hearing is immaculate. And I think that from 0 to 15K, my hearing is just fine. It's great. But I do think that there is a spot in between that I have not heard or like haven't noticed because it's so high pitched that I think has happened from like insane distortion and resonances and shit. So you got to be careful with that. I dislike tinnitus. Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude. There are different treatment options. You're not alone. All by myself. I'm pretty sure I've lost everything over 14K. Yikes, dude. I'm sorry. But you cannot escape getting older. I mean, yeah, that's true. But still, dude, I feel free. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. So I seem to have butchered this sound in an unpleasing way. What I was hoping to do was make it more squish if you will. And instead of making it more squish, I seem to have made it just really washy. And I'm not really feeling the washy. So I'm going to back off of this a bit and see if I can make it a little bit cleaner now. That's a little bit better. Why do you think OTT time? What makes you say such a thing? Why would you say OTT time? So now we're just kind of playing with effects and stuff. And Beethoven was deaf, so yeah, but he never got to hear his music, right? Doesn't the multipass affect the phase? Maybe. Minutely, but it wouldn't matter if you're bouncing everything to audio anyways, right? Also had a ton of metering. He might have had perfect pitch, so he did in his head. That's interesting. Oh, I know how to fix this. Okay. It's fine. Check it out. We're going to do some cool shit here. So we're going to do something kind of like this. Like that. Like this. Maybe. Like that. And kind of like that. And then maybe another one like this. And then I'm just going to grab another one of these and then fucking do this. It'll be great. Step 1. Do this. Step 2. This is why we have Faceplant 2.0. So hopefully this will create some more interesting movement here. And then we can set a generator here. Tips to burn fat, consistency. Oh, and it also depends on where, right? But I'm guessing you're thinking about like belly fat. No, I wouldn't recommend that. If there was like a miniature action figure of OCT, I would buy it. I think that maybe Deadpool would be a good iteration of OTT because he does things to the most and he's pretty insane. So maybe try that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not really feeling, excuse me. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Okay. How did you come up with a diet plan? No, so the problem with like if you starve yourself, then what you lose first is muscle. So you don't actually want to do that. What I would recommend is there we go. Okay. There we go. All right, we're going to do it this way. Is taking a look at your diet first and looking at what your BMI is, and then finding like what your caloric intake should be, and then maybe just hitting just below that. But I would say like exercise beyond anything is going to be the most useful to you. But you can't be like, I'm going to work out really hard and then I'm just going to eat complete garbage. Like you can get to a point where you can do that, but initially starting you don't. But also this is going to sound like really fucking crazy, guys, but like eat stuff that's going to make you shit a lot. But seriously, I've been training consistently as I build muscle and losing fat. Yeah, and diet is really important. But dude, like eat a bunch of stuff that makes you poop a lot. You'd be surprised how much there's a very high chance that your body is holding a ton of crap. Oddly enough. Is it this one? Hey. All right, so we got LFO, we got random, and then now we can kind of choose in between. And like I was hoping that I was going to do something a little bit different that was going to make this more interesting, but alas, I have failed. So there's that, but whatever. Been climbing for the last few months. I'm starting to see abs again. Yeah, so for abs, I would say like it's where like especially for your lower abs, because that's the hardest to target. But what you want to do is you want to lay on your back and you want to like hold something above your head, or maybe like hold your hand against the wall or grab a table, and you want to bring your knees to your chest without you hunching your back. If you hunch your back, it's going to work your hip flexors, which is good, but a lot of times that actually ends up leading to lower back problems. So you want to think about doing like knee raises to your chest, and don't do crunches, don't do sit-ups. Those are fucking garbage and terrible for your back. But if you're trying to target that specific area, but like keep in mind too that like the science behind losing weight is really interesting because of how integrated your metabolism is with everything else. So for example, in order for you to actually burn fat, you have to burn energy. And so I would say like if you really want to get fucking shredded and you want to burn energy and gain muscle at the same time, honestly, sprints and high intensity interval training. Don't do cardio. Cardio's garbage. Cardio is not what you want to do. You want to do something that is going to get you out of breath to the point that you feel like dying, and then you have to do it again. So instead of running a mile, or let's say instead of running 2 miles where you're kind of just picking your feet up, you want to see if you can sprint a quarter mile. You want to see if you want to sprint. Sprinting is like running as fast as you can, like you're being chased by a mountain lion or something. But doing sprints or doing like really high intensity training in that sense will make you so fucking shredded so quickly. But again, you have to be consistent with it, and you have to like supplement the energy replacement as things that are not going to stick to you so much, right? Why does that work? Because it is such an intense output of energy, whereas when you are doing something like endurance training where you're jogging, the energy consumption is a different cycle, or a different kind of like, it's a different kind of burn. But what you're doing is that like sprints in general are a full body workout, right? So you're using all of the muscles that you have in order to fire off. So that means that if you're targeting every single muscle in your body, it's going to require more energy, right? How many HIIT sessions a week do I recommend? It depends on what you're doing, right? And it depends on like what your goals are, and it depends on how much time you have. So like I actually don't really do high intensity interval training anymore. I do more focused, like right now I'm doing the knees over toes program that I try to do at least twice a week, and then I do Jeet Kune Do once a week, and then I go to the gym and do tricking once a week. Forces the body to use the fat stores more for energy, right? Like forces the body to use the fat stores for more. Wait, is there an English error right there? I'm a little confused. Yeah, like if you've, it depends, right? Because like then if you get in the habit of, if you create like the system of like where you're doing lots of sprints, then you got to keep up with it. It's really fucking complicated, you guys. But like I said, the best thing that I can recommend is just be consistent. If you are consistent with your workouts, you will notice results. A great example or a great testament to that would just be go look on my Instagram and look at how I do 20 push-ups a day, and look at what happened to my triceps. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying like it's really that fucking easy. Just be consistent. Be consistent. Do your exercises like correctly, and you will notice the differences. And in terms of diet, I just focus on getting enough protein and fruit and veggies. Well, like there's nothing wrong with like balancing it out with like high protein, right? So like if you eat meat and you know you're really big on that stuff, like do that. But the biggest reason why you're eating fruits and vegetables, because you can get a lot of that stuff from multivitamins or from other food sources, is to make sure that you take a dump. Because if you don't dump, that shit stores in your body. And obviously like at some point, whatever crap is toxic because your body doesn't absorb it, right? So if it stays in your body for a long time, then that doesn't help. So you want to get rid of it, and you want to create an influx of constant, yes, you want to get an influx of constant dumping. Dump. They recommend that you should be taking a shit twice a day, actually. I do not do that, but that would be nice. Okay, I'm going to set this to bipolar, and I'm going to set this to bipolar and see if that changes anything. Diarrhea formula. Well, maybe not that, because like diarrhea means that your body's not absorbing water. All right, now what are you guys doing? Oh, that's why. I was like, what? Well, I've been training for almost 2 decades, so. Okay, so this is causing a problem. Let's move that there instead. Okay, you can hear that as well, right? That's also causing a problem, so we're not going to drive it as hard, I guess. Oh no, we're going to drive it, but maybe just not so much resonance. So we're going to chill on that as well and try to focus more on the low mids.
So now that we have a bunch of stuff, I'm kind of just like listening to this and being like, what's the problem? Or like, what problems am I creating? That sounds incredible. Thanks, dude. See, like even there's that sound, and I'm kind of curious as to if that's because of that or not. Oh no, it's because of that, because we're offsetting that too much. So we want to try to focus more so on the low mids here. I'm watching this right here. That one. Did you see that? So I'm going to go back and adjust this a bit to here. And then also wherever that other one is, try to adjust that as well. So that's why that turned out to be different, was because we set this to bipolar, and that means that this is going to go up and down, and we don't want that. And why the fuck is that going so far? Like, nah, dog. Stay. Stay. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that'll take out some of that. As I can see, the trick of Neurobase is you can put infinite amount of effects and it'll still sound good. Part of that's true. I'm going to remove the other thing. So this is kind of where we're at right now, though. The problem that I'm running into is that on that high end, it sounds like almost metallic, and I'm wanting this to be crunchy. And when this moves, I want it to be warping over the whole thing. So I'm kind of confused as to why. There we go. That's a little better. Yep. So remember I was talking about those harsh frequencies? There you go. That's exactly what I was talking about. There we go. Well, I have master classes available for this stuff for the Arcana members, and I mean you could try to trace it, but I would much recommend not to make money off people, but just because, or either that or just go watch a comprehensive guide to Neurobase 3. So I've got tutorials and stuff on just about everything you want to know. So I'm going to add a filter to this, and I'm going to see if that's going to help clean this up a bit. Wow. Crazy. Hi, my lovely designer. I hope you're doing well. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. I'm just chilling, making sounds. Does anybody have a monster recommendation for this bass that we made today? I'm going to do a couple of other things while I wait, but let's do that here. And then we will set the speed to be a little bit quicker, like this. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. We wanted this to be here, so that way we can turn this off. And use this as a low pass. Maybe I want to do this, I don't know. What? What the fuck? Huh? What? Okay, that's fine. I think I can just do this. Yeah, we'll just call this low pass. So that way, if you just want like a low end thing, then you can do that as well. What else do I want to do this? Right. That's what we should do. We want to do some of this shit. -2. Then we're going to do the same thing over here to try to mitigate the here to there. Sorry. Both sum to that one. So we go -2. What happened to my voice? It's like getting really deep now. In a world full of tacos, one man. Oh, shit. Kind of curious. I do want to see if I'm going to make that come out a little bit more because I want this to play more so in this area. All right, no monster names? Then I will name one myself. Let's see. We are slowly building our presets for Eternum 4. Let me see. Castlevania creatures. What kind of Castlevania creature do I want to do? Let's do potato. Any suggestions? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Wait, did I already do that one? Let me see. I didn't. I thought I did. But it didn't. Okay, I got it. I got it. Bail. Hey, Andrew Johnson. How are you? What's good? Ariel? Sci-fi Revenge? Bail generator. So we made essentially 3 patches in one. Okay, let's do another one, but I'm going to take some shortcuts. Wait. Did I save it? I did. Okay. I'm going to take some shortcuts on this one because that's why I make these. Fuck, I forgot to add the MPE. Oh well, it's fine. I'll do it later. I think that I've kind of come to the consensus of just like not giving a shit about this stuff. Great. I'm going to go here. We're going to start here. Then we're going to go up. Go to the cutoff there. And move it back down. Maybe like that much. We're going to add another notch here where we start there. Go here. Move that up. That's fine. Effects, distortion. Now you guys are going to see my final form where I fucking speedrun this shit like a mother. Effects, automatic EQ. And again, don't worry so much about trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing because it doesn't really matter. Alright, yeah, see, that sounds very... Effects, self-FM. Nachos. Nacho cheese. Done. That's a lot. Like a lot. Wavetables, am I right? Hey, Daniel Hamburg. Oh, so notched FM distortion, it sounds like it's giving me boost gums. Boost gums. So I'm actually just going to detune this, I think. And then I'm going to take that off there. Let's go ahead and grab a filter here. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like this. Let's add a touch of noise. Yeah, so how's everybody doing today? What's going on in your guys' lives? I'm going to activate the multipliers. What is this controlling? Oh. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Nah, it's cool, baby. We got this. Big chillin'. I like it. I like it. Big chillin', spending cheese. Big chillin' in the NYC. Something like that, right? No, sir. You need to calm down. No, sir. You need to calm down. Sir, you need to calm down. There we go. Why is that tripping out like that? I am going to shit. What do I want to do here? Maybe just a touch. Do something a little bit different and fuck with these low mids. Because I would like to see if I can build a relationship between the two. I don't really care about phase because our low end is in mono. But what I'm going to see is if I can play with just pushing this up just a little bit and then setting this to only unipolar mode. So that way this can kind of creep into whatever is going on here. See how much more interesting that makes that? Any objections, lady? Okay, make sure that those are doing its own thing. And then I'm also going to set that here so that way this can kind of do its own thing as well. Just a touch of saturation. That was a lot. That's not what I want to do. One thing I hope that Kilohearts adds in the future is a mix knob for the filters. It might be virtually impossible, but one can dream. Set the mix to like 50%. All office furniture 50% off. Sick. No, we're gonna use slice EQ right here, and then we're just gonna do a bunch of notches. We'll maybe do like one boost here, but the reason why you want to keep this kind of notching is because if you look at the frequency range that you have right here between 3 and 4K, that's where shit's gonna get really resonant. So you want to be kind of mindful about where you twist that. So even still, like that might be too much because I really don't want that to create. Yeah, that's better. That's fine. That's fine. Let's create some more space with this. I'll give myself permission to do that. And we're going to grab a saturator. And then kind of like what I talked about from before, we're going to use another one here to just kind of like fuck around with playing into maybe like the 10K region. There we go. So that way this can kind of mess around and play with this space, because what I want this to do, like this region that we're sweeping right here is like the harsh frequency range. So I'm thinking that if I can kind of just like ease it out and like wash it, then it won't be so resonant. So that's why I'm trying to tackle that. But I am going to back off of this quite a bit just because we don't need that much space. Maybe not so much, maybe like just a tad. The reverb on that. It was worth a shot because I wanted, like, I usually like when swelling and stuff comes in right there, because sometimes it can be kind of sick, but maybe there's something else that I can do to try to make up for that. But we're just trying to wait. No, I don't want to do that because that's in the wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Let me try turning this off and just seeing what that does. Interesting. Interessante. Can you hear how this is creating that resonance in the low end? This is why you want to be careful of shit like that. I wish that this had a mix knob as well, because that's just a little bit too much for me. Obviously, there's a lot of rumble there in that jungle, so we're going to try to cut some of that too. Now do you all see why why I charge money for my preset packs? Because they take a long fucking time to make. Let's grab a limiter. Alright, now do I want to use multipass for this, or do I want to use snap heap? I am gonna go for snap heap, I think, on this one. Hey, how convenient. Now I think that I left these as they are, so that way I can figure out which one I want to do. But I think I'm just gonna go for the randoms. And what I might even do is, sorry, I'm trying to think. Might even take the low end with me on this one. Nah, maybe not. Okay. So beach sheaf door. 25%, which is an octave. Hey Keith, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Bass and drum or drum and bass? Bass and drum. I did that on purpose because I didn't want people to think that I was making drum and bass. Alright, we're going to start with some reverb. And we're going to assign this one to something different. Then we're going to assign this one to something different. And then we're going to get into some filtering. Hi Dash, how are you? Everybody, if you are not following Dash Glitch, please do me a favor, click on his channel, go give him a follow. He's a wonderful person, very kind, and really enjoy having him here, and I really enjoy always missing his live streams because he's on a completely other side of the planet, but really amazing person nonetheless, and somebody that is very valuable in the community that you will learn a lot from, so please watch his stuff. I'm doing good, man. I'm kind of hungry, but I'm chilling. I got a big day today. Lots of stuff to do. Got to teach in a few hours. I've got plenty of time though. And hey Michael, what's good? We're just kind of making basses, and I'm going to switch over to drums here in a second, but I've been trying to like think about how I can mix and master like these sounds and stuff that I'm making for phrases and whatnot, for like just little hits and bits. So I'm kind of struggle busing, but I'm thinking about. You fooled me, but I don't discriminate against genre. Oh, well, I mean, technically the sounds that I'm making are for the drum and bass genre, right? So like this, or for the neuro scene. So that part is true. But no, I'm not making drum and bass today. wish that there was an easier way to do this. I love the fact that you can make these custom filters in here, but I would love to not have to fucking click out of this and drag this out to the side and then try to do some whole other shit. Would be nice, but a man can dream. Yes, I use Portal on almost every track. Yes, I do. My dog. Do toot doot diddle diddle do. You're in the mother city, right? The motherland. He's in the mother of mothers. The main mother of your mother. Yeah. Oh shit, are you from Africa too as well, Danny? Getting me excited over here. Big ups to the African community. You guys are fucking awesome. Wonderful people. 10 out of 10 would invite you to my dinner table. Spoiler alert, I don't have a dinner table, but if I did, I'd invite you. I join immediately and am greeted with a bass that sounds like water down the drain. From Pinelands. Hey Glork. Hey everybody. Well shit, Glork, how do I plug your socials? Everybody should know Glork. He is awesome. Makes lots of wavetables and sounds and stuff for lots of synthesizers you probably use, like Vital. Don't worry about my socials. Keep my business out your fucking name. No, I don't think he meant it like that, but it would have been a great way to start a tune. LOL, that's not what I meant, but yeah. No, it's fine. I just thought that sounded pretty cool. What am I doing now? I am train wrecking, as Grady says. Dash, I screwed up again. I was watching some older videos of yours. And what happened? Now I want UVI shade. I do not like shade, but if you do, then that's totally cool. Okay, we need some more filters. I apologize for your wallet. Use VI Shade is fun, but I don't end up using it personally. I think that the random mods is what pissed me off. Do you know... How do you say that? Mike? Maybe? I don't know how it sounds in English. Yeah, I know him. He's nuts. He's knuckin' futs. Maluk? Okay. It is Christian. That is why I advocate it so much. It's not because I'm trying to make sales on affiliate marketing, although it does help me pay the bills. But no, I use it religiously because it can fucking do anything. Anything.
except for maybe like some stuff that's kind of arbitrary. But as far as what kind of sound you want to make, it can make any kind of sound. Any kind of sound you desire. And it just gets more and more flexible. Exactly. I thought I knew you from somewhere. Been a long time, comrade. Died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you? You catch on quick, as expected. Anybody know what that's from? Without Googling it, if you know what it's from and you answer it correctly, I will donate a sub. Hey Dash, you use Vital, Faceplant, and Falcon. What situations do you find yourself using one over the other? Okay, I like this. It sounds pretty cool. The only problem that I have with it is it just needs more high end. Like, and this is kind of where I'm at with these kinds of sounds, is just I want to figure out how to make them more clear and how to make them more present. Dash has taught me a lot about making stuff kind of airy and whatnot, but I don't really know how to do that and make these sound as big as I want them to. The movement and the texture is there, but they do sound rather lo-fi. I mainly use Falcon for libraries like World Suite. The synth engines are great, but I agree with Alckemy. Recent video wholeheartedly. That is a video that is available where I talk about Faceplant versus Vital. Wait, Faceplant versus Falcon, rather. And it is biased for sure, but also I spent a lot of time with it, so there's that. But I use Vital for a quick lead sound if I need a saw with a filter, but for sound design, it's PP every time. You want to get good at sound design? Check out my PP. The thing is that like nothing can make these kinds of sounds, and granted, like I'm the only person that does this, but actually I'm sure there's other people that do it in their own way. But as far as like the random and the the neuro and then the generator process, I'm the first to do that. I can't do this in any other synth as easily except for Bitwig, but it's still a pain in the ass to set up. Whereas this is just so much easier. So much easier. I'm not Dash, but I find the workflow in Vital faster for simple sounds than the spectral stuff. I don't use Falcon for anything but granular anymore. So something that I'm going to try to do to bring out some more high end in this is something that I found from a recent Cohen Sound video. You guys should definitely check out their Patreon, as they are fucking wizards and can do lots of really cool shit. Actually, all of these sounds that you're listening to are inspired by such, so why would you not? So now it's got a little bit more high end in it, so
It seems to have only made that more squelchy though, and I don't like squelchy. Still seems a little dark though, so maybe that was from... Have on that is to try to only output the noise and AM it with the sine sub. Oh, that's interesting. I'll try that. I did that. I did that with a super saw a while back. So like if you want to make not to divert or take away from this trick, I've never thought to apply it on a sine wave, but if you have a super saw and you want it to sound like hella noisy like that and it's not enough, then you can take noise and FM it, which he's also talking about doing AM, but I just do a little bit of FM and see how much like yeah, so that's something else that you can do too, but thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, if you want like super insane like saws and then like you stack them, so let's just do like 4 voices. Yeah, but what he's saying is a little bit different, where you actually do... So, dude, I had to smack be with you and also with you. Thanks, man. Where you do this to AM this. Which is actually really nice, because if you just distort that, then you get some... It's a little bit softer, but that's okay. But it is cleaner. Versus if you do it like this. Sorry. So it's important to kind of keep that stuff in mind. You can also like send that through a ring mod or whatever and do some other shit, but it's interesting and it's good to know this kind of stuff. And I have a video coming out eventually about like understanding different kinds of respaces and their use cases. Well, actually they're all the same use case, but understanding like how you can make different kinds of respaces, because for example, like if you turn this off, it's coming, by the way, just be patient. But this, hold on, let me distort this, is very different. That sounds very different than this. Versus this. Right, which is very different versus what else we got here. Obviously there's different waveforms and stuff, but just this year talking about like the Hoover and the regular Reese and the big Reese and stuff, so yeah, that's also very different. What I meant was output the noise and keep the sine out of the output and just use it as a modulator. Oh, so use the sine wave instead as the modulator? But anyways, yeah, that's just a... Wait. So were you saying do the noise and then do it the opposite way? Like this? I mean, fuck it. Well, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, interesting. But you lose the fundamental. Yeah, I guess something that they were talking about, they as in Cohen Sound, was that the reason why they do that with this and high pass it is because you still have the fundamental, so it still has somewhat of a tone. But I like all of those ideas. See, you can still hear the sine wave in that, but it's just high end. Sometimes losing the fundamental is actually good if you want pure brightness. I feel that. I dig it. I dig it. Big fan of the face melting. Melt your fucking fight. Have you guys seen Novum? The Synthify is pretty weird. You can add harmonics and create these warbly. The fundamental is coming from the main bass usually anyways. Yeah, you'll just have to watch the video because like they stack it because they make it harmonic. They make the high-end harmonic with the fundamental and they want that. But again, I can see like a use case for just creating pure high-end as well. But I mean, even still, right? Like there's no right or wrong way to do this. So it's really about like what you want to do. I have seen Novum. It seems okay. I don't really see anything amazing about it that's going to change like my workflow or anything, but it's pretty cool. What is modulating this? Oh, I was like, what the fuck? The noise is harmonic with the fundamental just by virtue of being AM'd at the same rate. That's a good point. I think I just have to like fuck with it and listen to how it sounds and see if it's something that I like or not. But touche. Right. Okay, let's call this like something that's like a spirit or something. Fucking. Space Ghost. Space Ghost. Coast to coast. Most of you are too young to know what that is. You're too young to know what that is. Is this a bug? Because what the fuck? Space Ghost. Hey! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! So I think what I did on this, on the filter was, I have this set up so that way it's, yeah, just the LFO table, and then I have it doing stuff like that. But the problem is, this could be helpful. Yes, 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 that is going to be extremely helpful. And that was what I forgot to fix on this in the first place. So this is pretty much just doing pluckies
And I want it to be like, so that'll be helpful. That is extremely helpful. Okay, now what's going on with this? F1? No, we're going to go D-1. Now, is that going faster or slower? -2, so... Does PP work with subscription? Or can you buy it directly? Both. Either way. Alright. So there's that. Okay. I'm going to do another bass today, but I'm going to take a break because I don't want to just fucking blast my ears. So let's go ahead and make a quick kick. I just looked at Novum. Does anybody have any questions about what I did today, by the way? Please feel free to... Damn it, twice in one day. What? Sounds very quiet. Favorite Ghost Coast to Coast sketch? Fuck, I don't remember. Oh my gosh. Let me think about it. I'll try to remember if I can think of any sketches. Wasn't there one where like Space Ghost was like drinking something and was like really annoying the fuck out of everybody? Something kind of like that. I faintly remember that show. I was actually a kid when that show came out. That was before Adult Swim. I don't know if you all noticed or not, but just check this out. You want to see something interesting? Does anybody notice the difference? That's pretty crazy, huh? Is that what that's from? Who needs an all pass when you can just use multipass? We need to find a sample. There's probably something in Sample Genie.
Yeah. I usually have an oscilloscope whenever I make this, but here you go. Knock, knock, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. There you go. Big ol' kick. And that is a very quick secret to how to make kicks. Did you realize that you can actually make a click just by delaying that? Kind of interesting, no? Interesante, no? Mm-mm. What am I looking for? Isn't this sort of the same way as offsetting the phase, but with delay? I think so. I don't know. Does it offset the phase? Is that what the delay actually performs? I thought it just like waits to enter a sound. I've got master classes on all this shit in case if you guys are wondering like how to do all this stuff, but that's why I'm not really talking much about how to make it. It's just kind of like I'm just making it. So take what you can. And you can ask questions if you want, but I'm not really concerned about teaching this. Phase is time, so delay is a big phase shift. Stop it, Dash. Stop it. I'm calling the police. Cut that shit out. Stop! That might be helpful. Set phasers to delay. Well, the delay just waits to add volume, but I think it triggers at the same time you play a note either way. That would make sense. So loud. So if you hit a sine wave that's triggered when you hit the note and it gets no volume in the envelopes, meaning that it's not a zero crossing point. Did Dash just start a tutorial in the chat? He could have. I wouldn't put it past him. He's a wizard in his own way. Oh, wait, I was confused. I thought you were talking about delay the process, not the envelope parameter. Apologies. We do tutorials in the chat here. Bill Gates would like to know your location. There we go. I gotta get used to this because it's so, like, different. YouTube comments / chat is where the real experts are, didn't you know? Oh no, I'm a YouTube comment guy now. Oh, fuck. Happens to the best of us, dude. It's not your fault. It's just your fault. Ugh. 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 Okay. So now we can add some texture to it. Actually, what I'm going to do first is, so I'm going to check this. Yeah, you see how much high end is on that? Ah. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing with a shelf. You kind of just reduce the gain by like 2 dB. Oh god, that was a lot. In fact, I'm going to just do this on the middle band. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but when something is really harsh on the high range, you want to reduce the high end and the middle signal, but you can also boost it on the sides, right? Because of phase. I honestly can't tell the difference in that particular case, but I think that's how that goes, if I'm not mistaken. Because that sounds nice and airy now. Hey, I've got 14 of you guys in the chat. Could I get you guys to like the video for me? If it's not too much trouble. Let's see how that looks now. And then for whatever reason, if you need to, you can always boost the fundamental more. No. I don't think that's hard and fast rule, but that does make it wider doing things that way for sure. Hey, hold on, guys. My instructor's calling. Hello. Am I alive? Yeah, did you reach out to me? When did you send it? Today? Oh, sorry. I got on stream at around the same time that you started. So 9:30. Yeah.
No, I'm still live, but do you need anything? No, it's fine. What do you need? Uh-huh.
Hold on, guys.
You want it to play through the whole minute? So, are you making your own short? Okay, so what you want to do is use your Clips app. Yeah, it's built into. Hold on one second. It's built into like the iPhone, and it looks just like a little like video device. And then you can open that, and then you can put in your video, and then you can add music to it. Oh, well, when you do it that way, there should be a timeline thing that you can use on that that will like allow you to pick a song. Uh-huh. You can do it in sampling, or you can add music that's like where you like tag something in that. But what you can also do is whenever you add music, there's a little timeline thing that you can do where you can click and drag how much music to add. Yeah, you should be able to like extend it out into that. But yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, it shouldn't matter. You can pretty much use whatever you want. Or like I said too, like if you film a short and you have music on your phone, then you can just use it that way. So you can add it and then export it. Okay. Right, I know. It's yeah, it's yeah, it's something else for sure. But yeah, I think that like once you kind of get used to that whole thing, it's got like a basic editor on it, and then you've seen that stuff before, so you can kind of I don't know, it's you can do some cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get it figured out. But can I call you after stream? Okay. It'll be yeah. I'm teaching tonight. I you send it to me via email. I'll check again and confirm with you before like at least a couple hours before, so we can figure that out. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, I'll get back to you in just a bit. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Um, so if you guys didn't know, I actually manage my instructor's YouTube channel. So there's that whole deal. I guess everybody wants to learn how to make snares. No, I'm kidding. But with that, what is that coming from? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, so I managed my instructor's YouTube channel, and he was asking me some stuff about how to do the things. So no, it's fine though. What am I doing? Did I pull up multipass yet? I pulled up one of them, but now I need to do another one. Multipass. I need to pull up the multipass. Because we're going to make a texture out of this. A sexy texture. Yeah.
So Convolver is my go-to choice. You can also use other shit like pull up, bird up. That might actually work. Bird up. And then we can use a frequency shifter here to pretty interesting, hey? Have I tried using my own snares of the eons past as convolutions? I do that a lot and I like it. This is actually percussion that I made. So there is that, but I don't always use a snare or so. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Make that nice and wide. So almost the same exact thing. Yeah, and sometimes I like to use percussion because it's not a snare, but I find that it's easier for me to get like the metallic sounds by using like weird shit, so. But even still, you know, there's so many different ways to get that kind of stuff. All my snares synthesized to be metallic, so they work for that. Yeah. Just updated backbone with the whole neural net system to AI to generate drum sounds is pretty sweet. I saw that you covered that, and what's his name did too. Wow, I'm sorry, Polarity. I'm sorry, Polarity. I love you. The only problem with this, I don't know if you can tell or not, is that because we're stretching this so far, there's actually like latency within the metallic sound. That seems to be okay. But I really want this to like crack, like, and the way that you do that is by, there shouldn't be latency, just low passing as far as I understand it, unless there's delay. Yeah, there's delay in this, but when you stretch it out, because of how this stretches in general, wherever the sample is, it takes longer for it to get to the place where it starts resonating. So sometimes like that's a tricky thing. You know, it might actually even be better to use, it might actually even be better to use a curve for this. So that way you can actually shape this exactly how you want it to be. I'm surprised I didn't think of that before, but. You know, maybe that might be helpful to, there we go. Found a transient shaper with pump and sustain down before the convolution can help get the tail and kick to pull it down. Wait a second. What are you talking about? You're saying the transient shaper to push this down before the convolution to get a cleaner signal of the convolver. Pump and sustain down. Before the convolution can help get the tail to kick in a bit earlier. Let's find out. Interesting. Why is that? It's really interesting. Because it gets a louder sound earlier, so the tail is more audible under limiting compression. So essentially you're sending more of an impulse into the convolution as opposed to a sustained sound. So it gives it time to clear out. That would make sense. In theory. But it works without processing. It works without the processing afterwards too. I'm off to bed. Keen to come back and see what you ended up with. Well, I'm just making sounds today. I'm not making anything in particular, but thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. All right, let's move on. Dun, 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 Okay, so now, you guys, somebody came in yesterday and was like, your snare is shite. I'm not gonna lie. I was low-key triggered. I was like, do you have any idea how much fucking time I spend on a snare? Had you roasted it, it would have been funny. But no. All you said was just some typical dumb. Honestly, after learning this transient thingy from you, I cannot make snares without it anymore. I like the transient so much with that it produces. With what transient thing? Brutal. I hate it. It's just, yeah, it's fucking, it's toxic as fuck. Some toxic ass shit. Oh, I didn't make that up. I got that from Cage. And Cage got it from Chi. Snare shit thing is a bit of a meme though. Could have just been trolling a bit. Yeah, I know, but even still, it's just like, ugh, for real. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Music cuts off, can't extend it. Is the music too short? I can take solace in the fact that people use my snares and I know it sounds good, so generally people don't know I'm immune. That's pretty funny. Criticism immunity. I want this to be wider. Wider. Okay, I'm going to see how that fares to after the fact. It's interesting what happens to your stereo image after you send it through distortion. Have I gone to school as a sound engineer? No, I have just accumulated a lot of tricks over time. Yeah, I see that's still kind of. That's better. Still not quite as wide as I want it to be, though. It's only a fixed time. Just that it wasn't working on my phone. It could be by the short duration you chose. Nice, thanks. Yeah, I've learned from, the main people that are talking in here I've learned from. I've learned many things from them. I've also learned from some larger producers, I guess, or more well-known producers. Walk this without scanning my computer. Also chosen. I got the Dropbox ones. I'm always working while I'm working. Apologize. Apologize. So that's actually not too bad. Yo, thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate the follow. Or it could be Michael. Michael? Michael? I'm going to go with Michael. That seems the safest one. It seems to be the safest one. So the whole reason why I'm doing this in the first place, that's actually, I think that's pretty nice, actually. Twitch stream, yeah, I learned a lot from Seamless. I learned from Twitch streams, Silent, Corporate, Wolg, Seamless. I learned some really cool shit from Wolg. I have not really seen a lot of culprit. I saw him when he was doing tune feedback, but I never got in. And I've never seen silent. But I've learned from... I've got a list now, and hopefully it continues to grow. But I started taking lessons from Copycat, and then I took lessons from Frequent, and then I took lessons from Hudson Lee, and then I took lessons from Cage, and then now I am trying to hunt another person down who I'm not going to name to see if they offer lessons as well. Ah, what happened to the phase? Oh, okay. Okay, it's fine. It worked. It worked. We're good. So yeah, the way that I make these are comparable to... come from Belgium, it's kind of difficult to find French videos. That's why I like to improve my English skills. It's here somewhere. Oh, that works. It's fine. But if you take a listen, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. But see, it's way, way brighter. So like, this is the kind of problems that these are the kind of problems that I'm trying to solve now with stuff like this. I know, right? Of just how do I get my shit to be as bright as we should probably do an evening of this. His is more compressed in general, but something that Cage taught me was that like a lot of times when you do more compression in that way, it actually dulls the sound. So like the compression actually removes a lot of the high end from that. It only dulls the sound when you have low end to take up the headroom. Curious. So in your snare, when the fundamental fades out, it should become brighter. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, though, because if you think about it, or actually we can just look at the waveform. Look at how long that fundamental is. And arguably, my fundamental is a lot shorter. So... right? Which I suppose I could pitch this up and see what that sounds like, but... Let me pull up this other one that I was working on, because there was a couple of things that I achieved and I got really fucking close. The transient is about as bright as cheese, though again less compressed. Hold on one second. Documents, Bitlink, projects. Hold on. It's on here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So I got close. Several people in the cast have COVID though. Oh, yikes. Did I open it? Okay. So I'm trying to remember the process that I did to get here, because if you look at this versus this now, these are very similar. I just don't remember what I did. Overcompressing just boosts the volume of whatever's there. There's no low mid to take up. It's possible for the compression to make things duller. Okay. Question. Which one is which? One of these is mine. One of these is his. Take a guess. Whose is whose? So I've done it. But I don't remember the exact process that I did other than a bunch of repeats. Second is chi. Fuck. Okay, well, I got close, right? It's pretty close. It's a frequency thing, I think. The first one, I guess. Okay, you guys got me. You got me. You got me. You got me. You got me, okay? You got me. So what did I do here? Same thing, pretty much. I guess I just made it a little bit brighter. Because it's pretty much the same process, but I guess that's just a little bit brighter there. Saturation. Oh, that makes a little more sense. It's pretty close either way, but this one is more smashed than what you just made. Yeah, I realize. It would have changed a lot. There's going to be a small group. That's fine. I'm learning a lot, getting things ready. Now it's just going to be... And so just someone's doing really cool shit. That sounds good. Yeah. So, but yeah, one thing that Cage was telling me was that he was like, dude, stop doing so much. Yikes. Stop doing so much compression and instead focus on saturating. So that's why, as opposed to compressing, I'll usually reach for something like this, like a clipper or something first. So that's just one of those things to keep in mind. I guess because the high end in yours was more uncontrolled, but that's just me. No, that's fine. But even still. So coming back into this, and I guess we'll just make this as long. So let's go back a second. And let's go here and let's compare these two. Ah, that makes sense. What I'm more focused on is the dynamics of chi snare were a lot less, where that's from compression or saturation is less relevant, I think Guy implied earlier. Either way, the chi snares just have way less dynamics. Yeah, fair. Fair. That actually sounds really good to me. So in order to get that push like that, I'm going to have to move this more. And this is like why snares or why drums in general are so difficult, because it really depends on envelopes and on, sorry, I moved that off. It really depends on envelopes and on like timing of things, because it's all the same shit. Interesting phase cancellation there. And just figuring shit out like that. And I'm not trying to make the exact same one by any means, but just as a matter of like, after the EQ snap. Yeah, I think so. I think that a slower release is better though. So now what happens if I do this? That's about equal loudness, I'd say. I'm pretty sure that this is actually an acoustic snare. So you could arguably throw in an acoustic snare if you wanted to. I'm not going to, but... And then I guess one other thing that you could try as well to get the little pop is to even do something like this. It's interesting stuff though. This is why I like doing this stuff, because I always learn something new every time I do it. Oh God. And then where that kind of dictates into this too, to create that other little popping thing, is also where the cutoff lies. So right? So what you can even do is you might even get away with Yeah, thank you. It's just kind of a matter of my snares will never be as good as cheese, but just understanding like what is happening and how to control this stuff is kind of like what we're going for here. With drums, I think it's best to have just simple sine wave for fundamental frequency and then adjust the pitch envelope to taste and add noise acoustic room layers to make tail, then saturate and glue together. That's pretty much what I've done. I would bounce or save the patch now personally, however you prefer to do that. You sound like you got something good though. Yeah, I'm okay with this. But like fundamental isn't quite as long, but it is close. So here's that. Yeah, interesting though, right? And then actually I'm kind of curious as to what would happen if I like smash this even harder. So like who's going to be able to use this though, right? I mean, it might not be so bad. Hold on, let me see. Sticky breeze weather, me. That does make a bit of a difference. Also curious. What are we looking at here? It's not too bad. Because that sounds loud as fuck. This is crazy, annoying philosopher type shit, but one time I was trying to make a Mephew snare and I got so frustrated and then I just decided to make it sound good to me in order to the original. Like uncannily perfect. Oh no, like I agree. I think that it's just, I think that I'm not, like, it's really important to let you know that I'm not trying to recreate his snare exactly. I'm just trying to understand what dynamics and what mechanics go into why they sound the way they do. If that makes sense. So, and the other thing too is that like when shit is this loud, it's really difficult to, oh, look at that. We actually forced, it actually seems like the fundamental is slightly longer. And the other reason why it looks like this is because the fundamental is late. So there's actually a clicking noise. So my transient might actually be a little bit more poppy than his. I sometimes like snares with really distorted transients. Dr. Lobster had some good ones in their sample pack. It seems like they clipped into oblivion, especially the kicks. Yeah, definitely clip shit for sure. But no, like this is like, this stuff is just in the sake of like research, right? And just understanding what is what and how to get certain sounds into themselves. But I guess this is the same, but this does seem a little bit thicker. So there's that. There you go, guys. There is a cheese style snare. Shall we do another one? Let's do it. Damn. 2:45 too late. Staying live or go from the start? I guess it depends on what you want out of the stream. I think they make it a bit more simple without automated EQ movements and stuff. I'm gonna make it a bit. Wait, it's gonna make it a bit more clean result. Let's save this one. Call it experimente. I think that like part of it is just understanding like the habit, right? Well, sorry, part of it is understanding the process, and then the other part of it is just trying to like make it habit, so that way it's not a conscious thing anymore. And for the most part, I'm having to like re-look at some of this shit just because of the new faceplant update, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a matter of understanding that like some stuff moved around and changed. So I'm having to kind of focus on how to like not necessarily correct, but go back to what I was doing in the first place, or like how to like get back to that point, if that makes sense. And then also like experiment from that, right? And say, oh, okay, well, here's what this does. Here's what that does. Now what happens if I do this? So last time I delayed my snare, or I delayed my fundamental. And am I using an envelope follower with Pro Q3 similar to the audio follower and faceplant? Yeah, it's exactly the same. I'm gonna see what happens if I like do this instead. So that way I don't actually have to go into like automating shit, right? So So playing around with stuff like that, right, and seeing if there's different options in which to use is kind of part of it as well. So that's why this stuff becomes important, because it's like, oh, well, what happens if I do this? What happens if I do this? And then finding the right combination is kind of what we're looking for. You see how this is different though? So I think that there's an interesting like phase interaction with this too, because if we pull up the slice EQ and do the same thing, high pass. Fuck. Hate that. Ugh. Yep, it's way different. So why just one sample pack? What do you mean, why just one sample pack? Who are you talking to? What? actually. That's interesting. I'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, but just, can you see how much difference, like, just changing all of these makes in the sound? And that's why this stuff is interesting to me. And this is also why I typically don't like to do the fundamental first, because if you listen, well, that's not too bad. But you want to be mindful of the relationship that's happening between these two. Because it makes a huge difference. Yeah, I could find. I spend way too much fucking time on this, but you see how all this shit changes. And the goal of this is to make it super snappy, and the best way that I know how is to not do it this way. It's actually to do it this way, to go like this and move this back a bit, even by that much, but and then, whoa, then we want to filter this out. And that actually creates like a smack. So, yeah, same shit. Oh. You go into something like this. You go into something like that. Just find something. Oh, wonderful. That sounds really cool. Holy shit, it got cool as fuck out of nowhere. Wow, did you guys notice that? That actually made that scene brighter. That's interesting. All right. So from there, we will move on to the next phase. And just remember to make this loud as fuck. Loud as fuck. The problem, like, when you make shit this loud, though, is, again, it becomes a lot more difficult to use. No. Yes. Make dynamic. That's actually okay. Now let's do our saturation. Does anybody have any questions so far about anything that we're doing, that we've done today? Convolver. This takes so long to make. That's not the one I want. Convolver, convolution, convolution XT, con artist, contortion, consolidation, confide, confound, compound. I gotta get the hell off Logic onto Bitwig. I mean, what I was doing was mostly in faceplant, but, you know. That's really, really sharp. Wait. Does Logic have anything like those rack modulators? I don't think so. Not that I know of. I'm not the person to ask, though. You said you wanted loud snares. Look at that. A full-on, huge, ginormous. And I guess if you wanted to make this like longer, then you can just edit the tail end and do that.
Recording to logbook.
Yo, thank you so much for the follow, Leonard. I really appreciate it.
Trying to not get chat to creep in the middle. But yeah, let's look at how that looks on this now. That way that's not so sharp, and that high end, that's all nice and clear and shit. But my question is, what did I just do? But my question is, like, is this too sharp? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, hey. Does that sound sharp to you guys? And that's kind of what I'm trying to control. That actually seems okay. What is this? That's 8,000. So that right there. I'm gonna go back and try to fix that. We're on beta 8 right now. It's pretty stable. It's pretty sharp, but I think it's always hard to tell without a mix. I would think that it's still fine. Shouldn't be harsher than this, though. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm not really looking to make it harsh. Like I would like this to, how do you say? I would like this to be like crispy, but still smooth, if that makes sense. Actually don't want to. Yeah, that seems a little more soft. Let's place that there and see what that sounds like. That's why making this shit is so hard. Yeah, so that's got a little bit of air to it. But I think that's a little less... It's a little less hard, right? I guess what I could always do too is see what happens if I... Yeah, I think 7K is good region to cut in general. I figured out. That's what Dash was helping me with the other day. And then you can get different versions by doing frequency shifting, which is kind of cool. Ooh. So, lots of good shit in that. But again, I'm just trying to figure out how to make this stuff like not shrill, but still as bright and as full as possible. So also 7K on synths makes them sparkle, so like having some space there that actually makes stuff and not just snares my unfinished stuff. It depends, man. That's like right around that region there, that 7 to what 14 is kind of, or 7 to 12 maybe, is kind of also like sharp territory. So yeah. Yeah. Excellent. So I'm going to drag these to my sample pack store. Fuck. There we go. Just some shit that I've made as of recent. Why are those all the same? The fuck? Why are these all the same? Oh, these are older. Yeah, those sound way better though, way more full. So yeah, I think like just implementing the practice aspect of this and trying to refresh on that. Kicks I'm pretty good with. It's just create a big ass thump. That's really all you're trying to do. But with this stuff, I'm actually going to say no. Fuck. G snare maker 2. So I'm getting closer, right? Just to figure out how to make shit like that and make things that I enjoy. But eventually, like, this is why I take time to do this stuff like outside of making music, because once I'm ready to do this, then the process becomes so streamlined that I know exactly where to go and how to fix it and what problems to look for. So that way, when I start doing everything from scratch, it just kind of comes together pretty quickly. But we made some basses. We made one kick, I guess. But I mean, come on, it's, like, I don't know. I don't really think that you need to make other kicks like than that. But the snare aspect to it is really the big thing for me. And I'm trying to like find a groove with playing with the envelopes and stuff, because that's really where I got hung up on the most, is just trying to make shit behave in the way that I want it to. Because generally speaking, like all of this stuff, the rest of this came together pretty quickly, but this part of it, not this, this part, and then getting this right with the slice EQ has been kind of troublesome with this. So just trying to figure out how to do that better. Oh, that's also on RMS as opposed to peak. Oh, okay. Well, let's do one more. I'm going to close out of this. Yes. And I'm going to go new project. I'm going to delete everything here because I accidentally saved this as the default template. Nice job, Ian. This is so clicky. All right. Let's try this one more time. And very, very fast. This is what I'm hoping to kind of lead up to. So you go like this, go twice, twice. Why is it spicy? Saturate, dynamics down, dynamics down. We actually only need one of these for now. Let's grab the audio follower, go like that, go peak, gain, a little bit of attack. That's fine. Set that here, create this, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together in my room. Go like that. Go here, grab another one. This way. See, and this is like how fast I'm used to working, as it should be, of just like pure memorization and stuff. But something to be mindful of is just setting that there. Let's grab a slice EQ in case if it's too bright. I'll fix it later. Now we need a filter on this one. We go that way. We go that way. Slight delay. I pretty much have this like memorized down to a T. So a little bit of resonance. Resonance evil. Lisp edition. Sorry to anybody that has a speech impediment. I was kind of joking, but not bad. It came together really fast. Okay, compressor. Why is it spicy? I think the, yeah, That makes a big difference between peak and RMS. So that's something to consider. We want saturation. Yeah, so here we are. Here's that limbo mode right here. We're okay though. We're all right. We're just gonna keep moving. We're just gonna keep moving. Frequency shifter. I actually really like that. Speed run mode. Speed run mode. Okay, now we can mess with this. Wait. Dude. So I'm kind of curious as to what's this going to look like. I can already hear it, but oh, that's not bad. If you want, I can send a snare patch I just made to show you what I meant with simpler approach before, but not sure it works with Faceplant 2.0. I mean, I just made a snare from almost exactly what you said, but I'm not just trying to make a simple fundamental. I'm trying to shape like I'm trying to create something simple and make it into something more complex. Yeah, I get it. It's very similar sound. So it's there. It just is missing the. It's missing the punch, though. That's a little better. There we go. Yeah, so very quickly. Hey, Psych Basic. That sounds pretty good to me. All right. It does still seem like it's missing the transient, though. So I do just want a little bit more. Oh, that made that really bright. Nope, that's not the right answer. That was the right answer. Let's see if that has a bigger transient. I can already, yep, it does. You can tell. So I still think that we didn't get it though. That's fine. Okay. I always try to do that and it always fucks that up. There we go. I want to fuse side trance and DMB, but I don't know what BPM, maybe 150. I think that you would just combine the sounds instead. As opposed to thinking that the BPM has to match, just focus on like the tonal elements of which one you want to do, and then just kind of pick one. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Hold on one sec, guys. So yeah, that's how I make snares. I have these available as master classes if you guys are interested. Unless if you're that one guy that thinks that my snares are total garbage, then there's that too, which, you know, which is fine. But I don't really have anything else that I want to do today, so I'm gonna hang out for a couple minutes and see if anybody has questions. But today was just kind of a sound designy day. I guess a good question is, do you want DJs to play it in side trance sets or DMB sets? I don't think so. So, yeah, making really big shit is what I'm about. I'm just trying to make my sounds as large as possible. Implementation and mixing is a whole different deal. That is a fucking headache, but I hate mixing, guys. I think that's like the last problem that I have, or that I'm trying to figure out with my music, is just how to make my sounds bigger and how to get my mixes to stand out more and like have that high-end crispiness that I would like to. Phase Invaders. Is it on Snap Heap? How do I play this game? Okay. I would like to go back to doing some games. But I have a gaming channel for that. Dude, come on. Kill the cheese. Kill the cheese. Oh. Oh, God. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. GG. Mix as you go possibly jeopardize the creative process, or just let the juices from the mix down? A little bit of both. Like, it's more important for you to get the idea, but as you get better, you will kind of just like, you'll remember to recognize certain checks and stuff that you'll have that will help you kind of like, quote unquote, mix as you go. But if you're only like, if you throw on drums and you're already worried about the mix, like, then yeah, don't do that. Imagine modulation modules output as asterisk. That would be fucking sick. Dude, imagine modulation through gaming. I forgot about the minigame. Oh God, I'm not paying attention. Oh, damn it, I wasn't paying attention. Your efforts qualified for a high score. WYs, bro. Look, I got the high score. Mixdown in a way is creative too. It can be. I mean, yes, no, you're right, but it's a different kind of creative approach, right? But like, in order for you to get the most out of like doing creative mixing in the first place, you need to have like
at least a few things to mix, right? Because like if it's just something on its own, there's no reason to mix. Look at that mushroom. Ah. Oh, I can just hold this? Oh, well, fuck. Blast away, doggies. Look at that shit. I did it. I'm going to beat my high score. I'm pretty sure I just beat my high score. You know what would be a fucking awesome giveaway? Is WYs hold on, dude. Otherwise I'm gonna die. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Fuck. WYs is a DAW for interactive production. It's pretty interesting, but nowhere near as intuitive as Faceplant. Well, I know that WYs is like how how you interact with games and stuff, right? So like, you know, there's proximity and things of that nature, or like Unreal Engine 5. But what I'm talking about is specifically for the idea of music, right? So keeping it within the realm of something like that, or in the reverse to where you actually have a game that's already made and then you set up parameters for that to go, right? Because usually it's how the player interacts with the environment and to which sounds are triggered. But instead, you know, I would like to see, like, Tetris Effect is a great example of that. Like whenever you move a block, it makes a sound, and like whenever you drop the block, it has some kind of reaction. But taking that idea and using that to actually make music, I think that there's something exists actually which could be fun to play with. June 23rd, 2022, whatever. I'm trying to come up with a concept like that, something that's like a game but more for making sounds than playing the game, right? But yeah, I think that something exists. It's called like Dragon Synth on Steam, I think. Oh, 1-Bit Dragon. So you can kind of just fuck around and do that. But you can also, I think there's a game aspect to it, I want to say. Maybe not. I thought there was, but there's not. So yeah, I don't know. Something like that would be really cool. Why is it only for Windows? Why is it only for Windows? Actually, I think that it exists for Mac as well. It's just not on the Steam store. But yeah. So yeah, does anybody else have any questions about anything? I guess maybe tomorrow I'll get back to doing music stuff. Oh, tomorrow, actually, we are going to be playing with the NPC Live update, which is going to be awesome. You defeat the boss and get a free VST. That'd be cool. Can I pick Faceplant? But yeah, we did bass, we did drums, we did snare stuff. I'm doing all the things. All the things. I guess while I wait for questions, I'm actually going to go back and modify. I'm going to go back and modify my template for Faceplant 2.0. Or for my base template. Because reasons. So open this up and you take a look at this. Okay, that's the first thing that I'm going to do. Is change that out. Jill, a look at this. Have you guys played Resident Evil? The first one? Let me turn this on. And then that seems good. That seems good. Random depth. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay, so there's that. That's saved. Let me check out this guy. Great. Wait. No, that's fine. A solid 20 or so years ago. Yeah. Disappointed, by the way, you guys. Disappointed. Do you know why I am so disappointed? It's because I'm so disappointed because I made a Resident Evil for reference and nobody got it. It makes me sad. It makes me so sad. Nobody got the reference. Nobody got the reference. But I am really looking forward to the new Resident Evil 4 remake. That's going to be awesome. I can't tell you how many times I've played that fucking game. Way more than I'd like to admit. But hopefully that'll make me want to play the game another 50 billion more times. Okay, everything looks pretty good to me. I think I changed what I wanted to change. So typically when I was working with this in the past, the problem was that while I was doing this, the wavetables were set at the base position, and I don't want that. I want everything to be like so that way it'll be a better transition in between the waves and stuff. But yeah, I think that you know what'd be cool is, like, imagine if you could create from sample, edit. Like, if you could copy a wavetable, or sorry, like an LFO pattern, and then import that as a wavetable, that would be really freaking cool. Or import it as a frame. Is that possible? Anybody know? So, like, if I just have a regular LFO, and then I've got a wavetable, LFO table, and they go like this, and no, because that would pop up. So could I just, no, these are LFO tables. And a single frame. Yeah. So that would be great. I might even implement that as a feature request, because if I could do that, like, yeah, you can make your own LFOs in this. Try select all nodes and then edit copy. Okay. I'm down. I am so down. Edit. I guess you can't. I guess I could do this though, right? Edit. Select all. Edit. Where's copy? File. Edit. Select all. How do you copy? Help. Oh, dang, no copy. Oh, okay, we were trying it out. Okay, I thought you had the magic. I was like, ooh. That would have been cool. It's late. Yeah, I understand. Well, even still, you could still make a frame like this or something and do some cool shit. But what I was thinking of is just the ability to do that. So that way you've got some kind of LFO shape like this, and then you come over here and you create some different kind of LFO shape. Maybe like, I don't know,
maybe like this. Create something here, and then maybe something of the sort. Maybe like that. So that way you've got this interesting warp between. Oh, that looks nice. I don't like the LFO automation. I want to be able to adjust the gradient without creating a new node, right clicking and through 2-3 options. It's just one thing I changed. Yeah, I think most people don't like it, but I think that I think Kilohearts kind of already said like they're not gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. Edit, undo. Did that do it? No, fuck. What happened there? What happened? Frame blend, okay. So it's kind of similar to what we were doing from before, but making LFO shapes like this to kind of cycle through, I think would be incredibly helpful for creating, shapes that create that kind of movement, right? And that's kind of what I'm interested in making. But it's cool because it kind of gives this stuff like a much better use case of like, why would you use the pen tool now? Well, you would use it because you can create, multi-stage envelopes essentially that can also become wavetables because these kind of interact within each other. Now you have this scale function here, but that's not doing what I want it to do. Oh shit, that's cool. I didn't know that. All right, well shit, yeah, learn some new shit. This is, sorry, this is why it's really important to continue to mess around. Now, how do I get that to pop up when? Whatever, that's cool, that's fine. Yeah, that's interesting stuff though. But, I like that you can save that as a table now and like do all the things. I'm actually going to save that as in save mseg 1. And we'll save that in eternum 4 because those will be useful to people. All right. Anywho, guys, much love. Thank you all for joining me today. We're going to be doing some more shit tomorrow. Maybe I'll start a new tune and try to make some banger-esque type things. But thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to eat something and then I got to get ready to teach class. So yeah. If anybody has any questions, hit me up in the Discord. If you want to support the stream, consider joining or checking out my website. Lots of things for offer on there that will be beneficial to you. Yeah. Bye everybody.